In the dusty skies of the Middle East, a Cold War-era beast once soared with lethal intent. It was fast, deadly, and built for the skies of Europe, yet it found itself fighting for survival in the deserts of Iraq. This is the untold story of the Iraqi MiG-29 Fulcrum, a Soviet-engineered jet that faced off against the best of the West, and lost. Section 1 Origins and Acquisition 030. Studio microphone. During the 1980s, under President Saddam Hussein, Iraq rapidly expanded its air force. After years of relying on older Soviet aircraft like the MiG-21 and MiG-23, Iraq sought a modern fourth-generation fighter to compete with Iran and eventually the West. Enter the MiG-29 Fulcrum, a sleek, twin-engine air superiority fighter developed by the Soviet Union. Iraq began acquiring MiG-29s in 1987, receiving around 37 aircraft including MiG-29A, single-seat combat version, and MiG-29UB, twin-seat trainer variants. These aircraft were based at major airbases like Al-Taqaddum, Al-Qut, and Al-Rashid. Section 2 Capabilities and Armament 130. Studio microphone. Iraq's MiG-29s were powerful by regional standards, capable of reaching Mach 2.25 with Klimov RD-33 engines, and carrying a deadly loadout. Weapons. 30mm GSH-30-1 cannon. R-27R AA-10 Alamo medium-range radar-guided missiles. R-73 AA-11 Archer advanced short-range infrared guided missiles. Limited ground attack capability with unguided bombs and rockets. Avionics. Basic Soviet pulse Doppler radar. Infrared search and track system IRST. Helmet-mounted targeting sight. While not as advanced as the American F-15 or F-16 in terms of radar and electronics, the MiG-29 was a brilliant dogfighter, highly maneuverable and deadly in close-range combat. Section 3 The Gulf War 1991, 3 o'clock. Studio microphone. When Iraq invaded Kuwait in August 1990, it triggered an international response, Operation Desert Storm. Iraq's MiG-29s were thrust into battle against the US-led coalition, facing stealth fighters, AWACS-guided F-15s, and Tomahawk cruise missiles. Despite their capabilities, the Iraqi MiG-29s were overmatched and outnumbered. Key issues included poor radar performance compared to American aircraft, lack of airborne early warning support, inadequate pilot training, lack of spare parts and logistical support due to sanctions. Combat results. Several MiG-29s were shot down by U.S. F-15s, often before the Iraqi pilots could even lock on. Some aircraft were destroyed on the ground in massive airstrikes. At least one MiG-29 was lost in a dogfight, while others were lost to friendly fire and mechanical failure. The Gulf War was a devastating blow to Iraq's MiG-29 fleet. By the war's end in February 1991, nearly all operational MiG-29s were either destroyed or rendered inoperable. Section 4 Postwar period and final days 5 o'clock. Studio microphone. After the Gulf War, Iraq was under heavy arms embargoes. It could no longer buy spare parts or upgrade its fighters. The few surviving MiG-29s were left to rot in hangars, cannibalized for parts to keep other aircraft flying. During the 2003 U.S. invasion of Iraq, the MiG-29 was already obsolete and grounded. Most of the remaining jets were either destroyed on the ground or captured by coalition forces. Several airframes were found buried in the sand or hidden inside hangars. In a symbolic moment, U.S. forces captured intact MiG-29s and even shipped one to the United States for evaluation and display. Section 5 Analysis. Why the MiG-29 failed in Iraq 630. Studio microphone. The MiG-29 itself wasn't the failure, it was a highly capable aircraft. But its failure in Iraq was due to several factors. Checkmark strengths. High speed and climb rate. Agile dogfighter. Helmet-mounted sight plus R-73 missile was world-class. Crossmark weaknesses in Iraq. Outdated radar versus American F-15s. Look-down, shoot-down capability. Poor maintenance and lack of spare parts. Weak pilot training. No AWACS or support systems. Vulnerable to beyond visual range (BVR) combat. Iraq's Air Force lacked the infrastructure, training, and integrated systems needed to support a fourth-generation fighter like the MiG-29. Section 6 Legacy 8 o'clock. Studio microphone. The MiG-29 was meant to be Iraq's answer to Western air power. On paper, it had the speed and firepower to challenge the F-15 and F-16. But in reality, it became a symbol of how technology without training, doctrine, or support is not enough. Today, Iraq no longer flies the MiG-29. It has moved on to aircraft like the F-16IQ under U.S. partnership. But the buried fulcrums and broken airframes scattered across the desert remain a silent reminder of Saddam Hussein's failed Air Force ambitions. Outro 930. Studio microphone. The Iraqi MiG-29 wasn't just a jet, it was a chapter in global history, where the best of Soviet engineering met the harsh reality of modern warfare. It reminds us that even the most powerful machines are only as strong as the system behind them. Thanks for watching this deep dive into the Iraqi MiG-29. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you'd like to see similar breakdowns of other legendary aircraft.